Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone. If you missed the breaking news yesterday, you are in for a treat because today I want to go over the one-time debt relief application, and not only that, the big questions that people had during my live stream where I talked about where to go, what to consider, and when and how soon to get it done during this beta launch period. So if you missed the live stream on my TikTok page, you're in for a treat because I'm giving you bits and nuggets of the high top questions that were asked during the stream. So get ready and enjoy. Hello, everyone. I am Sophia Melonē, the Debt Demolisher, here to bring you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you manage your financial baggage the right way. What an honor and privilege it is to be before you all today as we have an exclusive conversation around the one-time student loan debt relief. Earlier today, I shared with you all that the application has been made available through the beta launch process. And so what the Department of Education has been doing, they have been releasing access to the application periodically today as well as yesterday. They started doing this yesterday. So some people may be going to the website, which is studentaid.gov/debt-relief/application. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I can go ahead and add that as a comment and pin it to the top for you guys. This is where the application will be. If you're catching this, this is where you apply here. And then the link will be there for you. I also have the link available on my YouTube page as well. I've already done a demo for that. I have no idea how to pin this stuff, so I'll try to pin it at some point. I don't know, but hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully it doesn't get buried under the rest of your comments as you guys come in. But I want to share with you all the ease of this one-time debt relief. I've been seeing some of the comments. Some of you have already been indicating that you've been getting your applications in. So let me kudos and celebrate you guys for that, for jumping in, taking advantage, getting the information, clicking on the link, jumping in. But I want to tell you that it's an easy process to do this application. I know when we first started talking about the one-time debt relief, we weren't really 100% sure what the application was going to look like. And so we were just basing it off of what information was available on the website as to how they will be determining who will be eligible for the relief and who essentially may not be eligible for the relief. And so when we're going over this process now, we're seeing that they've totally updated a lot of the information on the page to let people know the eligibility requirements and to also let people know how you can apply. So as I've mentioned in my video that I released earlier today, you should see that on my page. If you've missed it, make sure that you take a look at it. If not, you're going to end up seeing it here because I'm getting ready to show you guys in a second. But I want to talk through how easy it is for us to get through this application process. With it being in beta, basically in a beta launch, it's not official yet. So let's talk a little bit about what that means. Because it's in beta form, they are releasing the application. And even though you submit your application during this beta launch process, it's still being accepted as a valid application. What they're trying to do is to see if any additional tweaks need to be made to the application process as a result of those who submit during the data piece. Because again, we all know when it comes to systems and applications, it has to go through like a testing phase. And I don't want to kind of speak too much to that, but if you know systems, then you know what I mean. And so what that means is there has to be a testing phase, and it has to basically pass testing before it can go official, like and really be live. So they are allowing this to be available to whoever can get to the site at the time that they have that access window open before they finalize it and make it official, which they said will be official at the ending, towards the ending of this month. But right now, I'm on the website right now and it's working. I went to it earlier this morning and I got that message that I shared with you guys the first time about it saying it's not available right now. Check back later. Within the next couple of minutes, I refreshed the page and then boom, it showed up. Somebody is asking, where is the link? I put it at the top. I don't know how to pin it. It's not giving me an option to pin it, but I definitely put it on there. But it's studentaid.gov/debt debt-relief application. So I saw some comments from folks saying that it kept timing out and that they can't get it in. It's not working. Just keep refreshing the page. Just keep refreshing the page. Everybody is trying to get on here and get their applications in. So just refresh the page. It will be available to you. So what they're saying during this launch process, and I'm going to show you guys, if you don't mind, even though I've done a whole demo on this on my YouTube channel, but I'm still going to show, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so. I literally dropped this video this morning. Well, not really this morning. I recorded it this morning, but then I had to edit it and chop it and get it together. And then by the time it was released, I think it was like the afternoon time. All right, everyone, since we've already gone through the one-time debt relief application thoroughly on the Debt Demolisher TV, I'm not going to show this entire piece again because it took about 20 to 25 minutes to discuss. So what I want you to do is go back to the Debt Demolisher TV or actually click down on the link in the description box as well as the pinned comment that will take you to the video that will walk you from beginning to end how to get through and complete the one-time debt relief application. So let's get back into it. Hey, I filled mine out. It took less than a minute. I told you it takes less than a minute. It's literally, they wanted to make this as seamless as possible. And let me share this because I think some people were like, oh, it seemed a little bit too easy to do. Like, I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to get accepted. I don't know if it's going to get lost in cyberspace and all of that kind of stuff. Their intention was to make it as easy as possible. That was their intent because you have to think about the volume of applications that are going to be coming through even after this beta launch is over with. So the bulk of people, hopefully they're getting their stuff in now, which is good and which is helpful. But at the same time, they wanted to simplify this as much as possible because they have ways behind the scenes to verify whatever it is that they need to verify anyway. Because if you were ever a federal student aid recipient, they have your data. And because the government talks to the government, they can be able to verify your income from the IRS. It's only situations in which people who have not filed for those particular tax years where they may run into an issue about providing proof of income. And this is why they specifically said in the certification portion of the application is that if requested, you have to be able to provide proof of income. Now, we don't know what that proof of income is going to look like. We don't know what they're going to ask you for specifically, but if, for instance, let's say, for example, you might not have filed. You may do your application right now because you're in the process of trying to file your 2021 taxes or 2020 taxes. Some people don't file on time. It just is what it is. No fault. Some people just don't file on time. But if you're trying to get your stuff in now and you're certifying, you say, okay, I'm filing electronically for these years, or I'm submitting my tax files for these years. And so based on what's been prepared, I know that I'm going to meet the criteria for both of these years. So you may want to go ahead and put your information in now. When they do that bounce and they may not see it yet, that's when the questions will begin to come in around requesting additional information from you. And so with that, you may have to provide your tax returns or proving evidence of the income that you earn. Or if you were a person who did not have to file for whatever reason, they may or may not. I do want to talk about this too, because some people are asking, well, what if I was the dependent on my parents' returns? Or what if, I haven't worked, but my mom carries me or my dad carries me or whatever the case may be? You as the borrower, you can still apply if you have loans in your name. So how you do this is it's going to be based on your parents' income, not yours. So what you have to do if you are submitting an application because you have loans in your name and you still may be a dependent on your parents' tax returns, you have to make sure that you get confirmation from your parent in terms of what their tax filing status is, as well as what their AGI was for 2020 or 2021 in order for you to make that certification. So they made it very clear on the website that if you are a dependent borrower, you can still qualify for this relief as long as your parents' income allows you to meet that criteria. So you will want to check in with your parent, whoever's claiming you on their tax returns. You also want to make sure that you get their AGI, and you want to confirm what their tax filing status is. More than likely, if they are carrying you, then they're probably married filing. No, they're either married filing jointly if it's your parents together, or it could be head of household if they're just carrying you as their child, or maybe you have siblings. However, but you want to make sure whichever parent has the ability to carry you as a dependent, that you find out what their AGI is for those tax years, and that you also confirm what their tax filing status is, because that's what it's going to be based on. A lot better on my YouTube page. So subscribe to the Debt Demolisher TV if you have not done so already, and make sure that you catch the latest drop to walk through that. So what's the link? Again, the link is studentaid.gov/debt-relief/application. Application. Come on. She said it worked for me. Come on, somebody. I love it. Somebody type it in. Well, what's her name has been typing it in, and she's been dropping it repeatedly. So thank you for that. It can get you to it. Did mine this morning. It took all of 2 minutes to complete. Amen. It took all of 2 minutes to complete. Yes, you guys. They announced this yesterday, and they kind of announced it on the low yesterday, which I didn't even really catch because I wasn't feeling well yesterday evening. So when I woke up this morning and I got some messages and I was like, oh my gosh, it's up, beta launch is out. And again, 1 minute it was there and then 1 minute it wasn't. But nonetheless, I'm glad it's been available so far today. But they definitely snuck up and released it. And I said the same thing. I was like, they didn't even send the message like they said they were going to send to let people know it was available. Probably because it's in beta launch form. But the Department of Education did send out an email today, late after the fact, because we had already done shared the news out by that point. But they shared it maybe about an hour or so ago, letting people know that the beta launch for this application is now available. So I'm pretty sure that the site has been bombarded for those who subscribe to the page to get notified of the changes. But they definitely did send email correspondence out today related to that. But I'm glad I was able to get y'all the info before that. I'm glad I was able to get y'all the info before that. And again, another thing is you don't have to sign in to do the application. I know before I was thinking, okay, they're probably going to make you sign in. You got to have access to your account. That's why they were trying to encourage everybody to log in and opt in for alerts and all of that through your FSA ID account. But they were like, nope, you just put your information in. You don't even have to log in. You just fill it out and submit, and then that's it. So they made it so much easier, so much easier. When you type in that you didn't have to sign into the app, right? That is correct. You don't have to sign into the app. It'll take you right to that page. The link that's being dropped is taking you directly to the application page. It's forward facing, so you don't have to log in at all. The only thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you put your correct email address in. You also want to make sure that your contact information is correct. You also want to make sure that you're putting in your right name inside of the application, because it may bounce back. So if you were a person who, and this was something that I saw a question on and I didn't get a chance to comment. I was like, I think I probably did comment, but I'm just going to speak to it now, because somebody said that when they submitted it, they got an error because it said that the name didn't match. So here's what you can do, because I don't know if you've ever changed your name. It's been years, people have a whole lot going on. 1 minute you married, 1 minute you're not, 1 minute you change your name for legality purpose for whatever reason. What you can do, if you have an FSA ID account, which I highly suggest and recommend that you do, if you log into your FSA ID account, you can actually go in and see the original applications that you submitted to borrow. So I even did this when I went into my account the other day. I went through and I looked at everything. I saw all of my old loan applications. I saw everything. So all of that is there. If you open up and you go to the documents and you open up one of your former applications, essentially that's basically what they have in their database for you. So what I would do is I would look at that to see if it's different from the name that I have now. And that's one of the reasons why they're asking you to include your former name as well, just in case you did have a name change. So if something is not matching, it could be essentially because you might have used or went by a name different at the time you took out your loan. Or it could be that you just might have mistyped something while you were in this process of doing the application. So just double check, make sure that things are spelled correctly, make sure that there's no mismatch. Go into your FSAID account and see how they have your name spelled, how your name appeared on applications. That will be the best way to verify because they're bouncing this up against their database. The website hasn't crashed yet. It's been going in and out. Some people have been getting some error messages. Some people have not. Like I said, when I saw it this morning, it told me that access wasn't available. But after maybe a short period after that, I refreshed the page and then the application piece popped up. I know they're allowing access intermittently, so I'm not sure when they're going to cut it off for today. But when they do, I'm going to refresh it again just to see if it's still available. Right now, it's still available. I just refreshed the page. So if you go to studentaid.gov/debt-relief/application, you should be able to go inside and do your application. It literally takes, like some people were just saying, it takes less than 2 minutes to do. Literally. All you got to do is put in your name. That's all they're asking you for is your name, your social security number, your date of birth, your phone number, your email address, and then you certifying which one of the income criterias apply to you. And then, you check the box to certify under penalty of perjury. Google debt relief application. Yes, that's right. Google that thing. Google that thing. Google that thing, you guys. It's available.
The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone.